I made a lot of wealth out of the investments, more than my profession, I would say, to be honest. You see, I couldn't believe the returns I got. Starting off with my investment career, it goes back to 1980s. I was in the motor industry and I started investing first with the share market when I was 23 years old. At that time, the investment climate was not that big, not grown at all. So it developed over a period of time with the competition and with the new knowledge comes in and also with the technology and all those things. I started with 50 rupees, my first investment that time. And I ended up as the managing director of a leading motor company, and also I was a director of a number of other listed companies. But my passion is for investment. In the process, I learned a lot through social media, and also I read a lot of books. Especially I follow Warren Buffett and also top world business people. And if you want to be successful, I always advise people to follow professionals. Younger generation, they are very lucky. They have a lot of tools like the social media, and now you have AI. During our time, there was no AI. We have our own knowledge, which we have to do everything by ourselves. Only the radio and TV also came much later, and the newspaper. My first IPO, not the Sri Lanka's first IPO, I bought my first share at DFCC Bank that time for 500 rupees. I think it was very successful. The next day, after IPO and all that, you get in the newspaper the prices and everything the next day. We didn't have access to live trading that time. So we have to wait for the next day, like you are waiting for exam results, how and all that. It was very basic. So when compared this thing, I think the financial market developed by leaps and bounds, which helped develop what Sri Lanka is today. It has become a financial hub actually. So this is a very promising thing for the present generation as well as the future generation, because I have been in both worlds, old one and the new one. So the market was improving, and companies like First Capital are playing a big role. I made a lot of wealth out of the investments, more than my profession, I would say, to be honest. Because of this innovation, in the process you get the banks, they came up with all the technology, and the finance companies, and then the investment companies like First Capital and all those things. So this is a big boost for people to have trust. If you are a new investor, you have a lot of tools to gather knowledge now, to make an informed decision. Because some of the leading companies have failed. One thing, they didn't go with the technology, or they didn't have the right people to run the company. The young people have a better advantage. They pick up quickly than an older person where the technology is concerned, So how you gather experiences? You have to familiarize yourself with the professionals, the experts in the financial industry. That is a must. Learn. So always you must look at the top. Who is running this company, whether they have a professional team, and you must know to look at their balance sheet. Financial literacy is a must. You have to have patience, invest in the right company, right stocks. If you are in the stock market, the listed investment companies are the best. They have the credibility, they are being audited, and they are more transparent. Always go for a listed company that is called PLC, or what is quoted in the stock market. Even I personally invested in those instruments. I couldn't believe the returns I got. That really made me more livelier than before. So when you get more money coming into that, there are a lot of investments like real estate, gold. There are debt instruments like debentures, good IPOs coming up, good dividends are paid. First Capital Holding and the First Capital Treasuries are two of the good companies paying very good dividends, So I think your shareholders will never move away. These are very encouraging for people to invest in the companies, investment companies. That is why you need to go through unit trust or the money market fund, because these investment companies are investing in those on selective basis, where you all are experts. You cannot expect everyone to have the financial literacy. So then they should come through an investment company like First Capital to make decisions, because they are the experts in that. To always go through the investment companies if you don't have the knowledge. They are the best people to guide you With this investment climate, Sri Lanka has a lot of potential and many investors are looking at it. Now you get a lot of foreign investments coming in, so foreign buyers in the stock market now, not like those days. So with that, I think we'll have a very good future in the financial market.